My entire life, I remember loving life. From the time I was a child, I remember just seeing so much beauty in life all around me and feeling this deep connection to the earth and to other people and to life in general. I remember when I was a little girl, sometimes I'd get out of my bed at night and I'd go to the window and there'd be a full moon. And I remember just resting my arms on the windowsill and my chin on my arms and looking up at the moon and feeling this sense of fullness, this sense of beauty and wonder and like I mattered. Now, I have had my share of challenges in my life. I've had things that I've struggled with, and there's been a list of them, just like for everyone, right? But I've never lost that sense of wonder in life and the world. And sometimes I've wondered why that is the case. Sometimes I've wondered how I can instill that in my children so that they can maintain the feeling of loving life even when there are challenges, some that are within our control and some that are out of our control. As I've pondered this, I've come to 3 beliefs that I have held since I was a child, that I feel have helped me to be able to maintain that sense of wonder and loving life. Now, belief number 1 is the belief that we as people are innately good and valuable. I've believed that since I was a child. Some of that from my upbringing, some of it, I think I've just believed it from my soul ever since I was born. And I still believe that. That's a belief that I consciously hold, that people are innately good and valuable, both of those things. Now, how has that affected my life holding that belief? I really like people. I really like them. I recognize that we have experiences that make it so we veer from fully living our goodness. Most of those experiences have been from being hurt, from feeling a lack of love, and so we don't feel we can give a fullness of love either. So many of those things come from us not believing that we are good and us believing that we are innately bad or not valued or not valuable. But loving people makes it so much easier to love life because so many of the best parts of life are in our relationships with each other. The second belief that I've always held is the belief that our soul's greatest need is unconditional love. Our soul's greatest need. Now, of course, we have physical needs, and Maslow has a whole hierarchy of these needs, but we also have soul needs, I believe, not just emotional needs, but we have physical needs, we have mental, we have emotional, but we also have these soul needs that I believe are needs that connect our spirit and our body. And I believe the deepest of those needs is unconditional love. And I think that if all of us really got to the core of what we truly want in life, that's what we want more than anything else. Now, how has holding that belief affected my life? Everything revolves around love. Everything does. Everything filters through my soul looking at love, looking through love. I believe it's what I need. I believe it's what I want. I believe it's what other people need. And I believe that my purpose is to give and receive that, which ties into my third belief. The third belief that I hold is that life was designed for us to learn to love more unconditionally. Life was designed to help us become love. Now, I remember as a child thinking about love, and it just makes sense when you're a kid. Love just makes sense because children don't love with conditions. You can feel that. I remember when I had anxiety and I hated being around adults. It just felt like so much pressure, and sometimes I couldn't be around adults because it caused me so much anxiety. But if you put me in a room of little kids, of little preschoolers, I had no anxiety. I felt no expectations. I just felt totally seen and loved. And I've been able to hold on to some of that as I've grown. Some of that I've even lost at different points in my life, but I've been able to hold on to them and recapture them again. That belief that life is designed for that. And I do believe there's a design. I do believe that life is good, that life is helping us, that life is designed to help us have what we really want. Now, most of us, we really don't know what we want, so how can life give it to us? That's a whole nother video. But those are 3 beliefs, and maybe some of those totally rubbed you the wrong way. And if that's the case, good, because it got you thinking about your own beliefs, the filters that are so deep within your subconscious that you view your entire world through that maybe you didn't even know you had. And if that's the case, it's an opportunity for you to look into that, for you to dive into that and meet it head on and determine what beliefs are the most empowering for you. Now, for some of you, these beliefs might have absolutely struck you to your core and to your heart. And if that's the case, what a privilege to be able to be a part of that. This is the beauty of sharing things with each other. Some things that we'll agree on, some things that we won't. It teaches us how to have tolerance and how to have love for one another. So those are 3 beliefs I have. And maybe think to yourself, what are the beliefs I have? What are the deepest beliefs I have about life? And really ask yourself that question, because I promise you, you are living out that belief every day of your life, in every situation and in every interaction and in every relationship. So be conscious of it and see the beautiful things that happen as you do.